Hey y'all, I'm in the kitchen today and I am going to be making two different versions of a snack called haystacks. Now if you don't know what haystacks are, they are a dessert or a candy that includes chow mein noodles, you know, like you see in the Chinese restaurant, peanuts, sometimes I use marshmallows, butterscotch chips for the one version, chocolate chips for the other version, and some peanut butter. You can use crunchy peanut butter or creamy peanut butter, and in this case, I'm going to be using creamy peanut butter. So I like to make these little platters like this and send them to work with Tommy or to my work, or bring them to Christmas parties that we attend. So let's get started on making these haystacks. So most people don't have a double boiler. So if you don't have a double boiler, then you'll take a smaller pan and put it inside a bigger pan, and you're gonna have water in this pan. So I'm gonna put water in this pan and go ahead and get it on the stove and start heating up. All right, so in your smaller pan, you're going to put 2 cups of butterscotch chips, just regular butterscotch chips. Doesn't matter what brand. This was the brand I was able to find. And as you can see, that is one 11-ounce bag of chips is 2 cups. So you would put the whole bag. If you're in a different country, I don't know how they sell these or if they sell these, but I just figured it would be good info to know. So 11-ounce bag of Nestle Toll House is what I'm using. And to that, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. So I'm going to do 1 and then 2. As you can see, I wasn't worried about it being a heaping tablespoon. I'm not really that concerned about it. All right, so I'm going to put this in my makeshift double boiler over here and start melting these chips. The reason you do it in a double boiler or a makeshift double boiler with 2 pans is so that the butterscotch chips or chocolate chips don't scorch, don't burn. So here they are. I'm going to let them start melting, which will happen after this water gets hotter, and then I will be back. All right, so as you can see, the butterscotch chips are melting. Still got some in there that need to go ahead and finish melting. Not sticking to the pan, not scorching. My little makeshift double boiler works perfect. And while we let that finish up, we're going to open our bag of chow mein noodles. This says it's 6 ounces already, and that's the exact amount that we need to use. Just going to put that in my bowl. And then it says 6 ounces of peanuts, and this is a 12-ounce can, which would be half the can. But I'm just going to measure about a cupful. To me, that's enough. I'm going to go ahead and mix them up a little bit. Take my ring off. My hands are clean. Alright, so my butterscotch chips are pretty much all melted. Give it a good stir and the rest will finish melting. And I'm going to just stick this in here. Just dump it all in here. Now the alternative you can do is you can also add marshmallows. I added marshmallows last year. My granddaughter liked them. I didn't. I like them without the marshmallows. So that's something for you to consider as an alternative to just this straight up recipe. Alright, now we're going to mix it up. I want to get this done before the butterscotch chips start to harden again. And what I should have told you is to get a piece of wax paper ready on a cookie sheet or something so that you can put these on there as soon as they are ready. But I didn't tell you that, so I'm telling you that now, hindsight being what it is. Make sure all of your chow mein noodles are covered. It's the glue that holds everything. These butterscotch chips are the glue that holds it all together, but if you don't get the glue on there, it's not going to work. Alright, let me grab my parchment paper, my wax paper. Now you're just going to take your mixture and start dumping it in spoonfuls onto the wax paper. Kind of get it actually stacked. It would help if you had a bigger spoon than what I'm using. Maybe. Gonna keep making my little stacks, trying to keep it all in one place, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm sure I'll insert some music right about now. Alright, I'm going to let these cool and get these onto a platter, and then we'll start on our chocolate version. Alright, so for the chocolate, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did for the butterscotch, just using semi-sweet chocolate baking chips. Dump the bag in your pot. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. 2. And before you ask, yes, you can use white chocolate as well. You can use dark chocolate. You can use whatever kind of chocolate you want. We're going to stick this in the makeshift double boiler, and when it starts to melt, I will be back on this one. Alright, the chocolate is almost melted, so go ahead and get the rest of our ingredients ready while that finishes up. Alright, so I'm going to put my 6-ounce bag of chow mein noodles, a cup of peanuts, kind of mix them all together. Turn off the stove. now I'm going to pour my chocolate and peanut butter over the mixture. Try not to leave any behind in the pot. This is the time when you need a grandkid around so they can lick the pot. Unfortunately, I don't have one here tonight. Alright, so we're going to start mixing this up. Get it all coated real well. It's a lot easier to do when you're using chocolate because the butterscotch is the same color as the chow mein. Again, you can add marshmallows to this kind too, if you're a marshmallow person. And I'll probably make a batch with marshmallows before the Christmas season is over. It's just these first two, I didn't want any in there. Alright, I'm just going to use the same tray I used for the butterscotch. I've already taken those off. I'm going to start making my haystacks. I don't actually know where I originally got this recipe. I've been making this for years and playing with it and making different mixtures. But they're really good. If you've never had them, you should try it. It's really hard to mess these up. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting all of these on the tray. As you can tell, I'm not really worrying about whether they're all the same size or not. It doesn't matter. Some people will like bigger ones, some people will like smaller ones. Just like with pieces of cake. I can fit one more on the back corner. There we go. Oh, I still have room here. There we go. I grew up on carob, so carob also tastes good on these. And there you go. Now we let them cool. So that's how easy it is to make the butterscotch and chocolate haystacks. It's after midnight. My elf chores are done for the night. I have chocolate on my mouth, I'm sure. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this recipe. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.